This is a 2011 MacBook Pro, and frankly it's kinda useless. The best thing you can do with it is use it as a coaster. Regardless, I still wanna use it. The screen is really nice and I really like big and thick laptops. But why even bother? This laptop can't even load websites because I want a new media consumption laptop to catch up on all the anime, movies and books I've been meaning to, well, consume, and to do so on my bed at night. Maybe I'll use it to learn Japanese too on it or something.
Daring today, aren't we?
Plus I can fix most issues by installing Linux. Luckily, it's really modular since it came out in 2011, back when even Apple cared about upgradability. So, you know, it should be a piece of cake. Spoiler alert, it wasn't. It was such a pain I don't even want to use the computer anymore. Have you ever tried to unscrew a laptop's backplate? Those things are screwed shut like they don't even want you opening the thing. I genuinely ended up breaking the backplate, as I tried adding more RAM to it so it wouldn't die running a browser. Then I tried installing Linux. Garuda was my first choice because it's beginner friendly and it looks pretty cool. But it broke on me, and I couldn't really manage to find out the reason why. Then after investigating more options, I decided, you know what, why not go Arch? They say it's really hard, but you know, how hard can it be? Spoiler alert, it's not really that hard, but you do require a 4th grader's level of reading comprehension, something I as a JJK fan lack, as well as a little bit of patience. I screwed up this install like 3 times. One time it was the partitioning, which I messed up so badly I had to go into the Mac recovery menu
to factory reset the computer.
And the other 2 times I forgot to make a profile to log into the computer with. Plus the desktop environment I wanted to use, i3, just wouldn't work. There was just a black screen all across my monitor, I guess. It was horrible, but luckily 4th time was the charm. I chose KDE Plasma and it's been working really well. I'm never installing Arch again. If I ever go Linux, it's gonna be something that requires less reading. But it works and that's what matters. Sure, it smells like burning whenever I use it for more than like 2 hours, and it sounds like an airport all the time, and it irradiates so much heat that I swear to God I was melting anytime I put it on my chest. But it manages.
It just works.
Despite its flaws, it's good enough that I'd rather use it than my other Gunner laptop, this Dell Latitude from like 2020. It's so much better built that it's not even comparable. This older Mac just mugs the absolute crap out of it. Look at the size difference, look at the screen difference. It's almost humiliating to see. So what can I actually do with this computer? Surprisingly, I can do a lot with it. Not very well and nothing too demanding, so like don't expect it to be good at running games that came out after the PS3. But it can open 10 tabs of Firefox, and I downloaded Deltarune and Umineko, the 2 least demanding games I could think of, and it didn't crash running them, so that's cool. It's an achievement, I think, because this computer shouldn't be able to run Proton. Next I put on a movie to see if I was just coping or if the screen was actually good. I put on Kamikaze Girls 2004, not the best movie to benchmark cause it's not one of those high budget blockbusters, but it's still colorful enough for it to be decentish as a benchmark, and it doesn't look half bad. It looks much better IRL since this phone's camera kinda sucks and doesn't really capture how good the screen really is. Sure, I can get a better screen for $100, but this works fine. Strangely enough, it cannot watch super long YouTube videos because it will crap itself. Maybe doing stuff online is more demanding or something. I don't know, I'm not a software loser. Another thing I tried doing was playing Roblox through this app called Sober, which, you know, is a client to run Roblox in Linux, and it kind of ended up breaking my PC. It looked worse IRL since it was flickering like crazy and I had to restart it. But I wanted to test this computer's limits, try something extremely demanding to see what this computer from 15 years ago was really capable of. Editing this video in it was my first choice, but like, I think it would actually melt the GPU if I tried. So I went with the next best option, playing Minecraft. A CPU heavy game for this CPU heavy computer. First I tried unmodded, lowered the settings to the lowest so it wouldn't die trying to render through chunks, and the first thing I got was a warning that there wasn't enough RAM to run the game. I know it's lying since I put on all my RAM onto Minecraft, so I ignored it. And it didn't run very well. The frames constantly dropped and it sucked the battery dry like a succubus. But it didn't melt the GPU, so that's good. Next I installed this mod pack called Fabulously Optimized, which you can probably guess what it does by the name alone. And it did optimize my game fabulously. It was much more playable. Perhaps if I had a mouse, I'd be able to beat the Ender Dragon in this computer. Lastly, I wanted to do something with a little higher stakes that would break the computer if it failed. It wasn't to download a mod pack or to edit a photo in Photoshop or game. No, I wanted to record Minecraft with OBS, at least 15 minutes of footage and I'd consider it done. It ran like crap, but I somehow managed to handle the 15 minutes. It did get really hot and I had to encode the video like thrice on increasingly lower qualities because it was stuck encoding or something like that. But it managed, and that's what matters. I know I've said it like a trillion times already, but I'm genuinely surprised at how well this computer works despite its flaws. It's very slow, it's very loud, and it sometimes decides to just have the weirdest issues. I don't know if it's Linux or the computer that does. But you gotta remember, it's a 15-year-old computer, and in the world of computing, that's essentially a Napoleonic War veteran. The fact that it works as well as it does is a testament to this hardware's quality as well as, Linux being essentially necromancy and magic. Did I have fun making this project? Nope, it was kind of a pain to do all this just to be able to use a Haysayer computer for a screen that already got power crept 15 times over. It was definitely not a waste of time though, I like fixing computers like this, so I guess it evens out. I'm never doing a project like this again though, unless if I ever reach 1,000 subscribers, I'll do something crazy or I don't know what. Maybe I'll buy a Raspberry Pi and
I'll build a functioning Gundam or something so I can subscribe. If you're excited for that, also let me know if I should keep doing tech videos like this one in the comments.